In part 2 of our deck build, we're going to go from these lonely beams to this easy to build beefy deck. How do I know it's easy to build? Stay tuned and you'll see why. As a first-time deck builder, this taught me a lot of lessons. But this is something that I had to learn the hard way. No two pieces of wood are created equal, and any size wood you buy is actually not that dimension. So I measure every piece and I cut them to my desired length. This was especially important to make my frame square. I learned that a doubled up staggered frame is very rigid and very strong. But truth be told, I had no clue how I was going to set it up. I drafted up a very rough sketch in Photoshop and I just started laying out the wood, measuring it, and cutting it until it was perfect-ish. It actually came out really well, eventually. This deck's frame is 8 by 16, and I did not want to buy or use 16-foot 2x8s. They are expensive and impossible to keep straight, well, for me at least. Once I had the outside cut to size and lined up, I just started measuring and cutting each piece until they fit, and every board alternated from the outside frame to the inside frame. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Just take a look at this plan I created. That's what I had to do. When I was done dry fitting each board for each side and ensuring they were all properly staggered, my wife saved me a few times on this. I screwed each side together, and for the 16-foot sides, I chose to stagger 2 10-foot pieces and 2 6-foot pieces in 2 sections. I needed a flat surface for this step, so I borrowed my in-law's house. Maybe he'll let me borrow that skid steer too. Here's what the finished product will look like once it's mounted to the deck. Don't worry, you'll be seeing plenty of it later. Next, I screwed each piece of the frame together separately and then loaded them in the van so I could assemble them back on location. This next part was really exciting because we started to set the short sides of the frame on the joist. This, by the way, is the reality of YouTubing with 2 baby girls. That's why this video took so long to get out. Sheesh. Since the long edge has nothing to rest on, I had to set some temporary joists in with this little trick I learned to support the frame until it's screwed in and mounted together. I had to make a couple of these temporary hangers because the frame is really heavy and I couldn't afford it falling or crashing down.
You need me, huh?
No, I think I want to do this.
Okay.
It doesn't help that I pulled my bicep, but one person can build this deck. All right? Truth be told, even though I labeled each piece of the frame with its location, I still got confused. Thank goodness for the wife. She kept me in line.
Is it supposed to go?
Hey, I just try and build cool stuff.
Yeah.
So it goes.
All right, our frame's going together. This is really exciting. Would you look at that? It's starting to look like a deck. I had to pull the frame out a bit because I had to fasten each side of the edges together. And it needed a bit of room because I was using 6-inch long structural screws. I hit every corner with a bunch of structural screws, some 4-inch and a few 6-inch strong ties. Really strong screws. Is this all necessary? I'm not sure, but it feels bullet tight. Once I set the second short edge on the joist, I legged a lot of structural screws to mount the frame together. If you're enjoying this deck build, then please subscribe. We really appreciate you. This part was pretty fun. The laser tells me exactly where I needed to measure and cut the joist. And I'm honestly shocked how well I can still see it with the sun out. An alternative to this, though, is some chalky taut string. Moisture can settle in the joints and corners where you've cut, and it'll literally undo your pressure treating and make it very susceptible to weather. This joist trick really helps me out here. It let me set the frame up with ease. Remove corner. And the best part was, it was instantly level. Something that I was fearful of. I don't know, we'll find out. I kind of messed up here and didn't set enough of my temporary joists out, and it was kind of a problem for me. So I had to go back and set 1 or 2 more up.
Yeah, the laser's right on it.
I think we know which one's
I was gonna say, you have to scribble on the one side. You have to scribble on it so you know the like 6-incher isn't the.
Here's bro, it's good practice to always label one. You know, maybe it's a short joist. I don't know. We just have this 6-inch joist. It's cut too short.
The nub.
Here we are marking the last of the joists. I think we had about 12 of them. And this project is about to look like a deck once they all go in. It's pretty exciting. Pardon the dogs, it's hunting season and they're apparently on the hunt. And dogs are hunting. And dogs are hunting. I realized that as long as you measure everything, use your level a lot, and leave nothing to chance, the deck will be square and level. And if something is off, fix it right then and there. Even if you have to go back, trust me, it's worth it. A lopsided deck isn't something you or anybody else wants.
Woo.
And would you look at that? Pretty easy, huh? Now check out part 3 where we install hardware and the decking. And thanks again for watching, friends.